Hey everybody!
Hey guys.
This is MaJeliv. We're the Vasquez Family. I'm Matthew.
I'm Jenny.
I'm Jemmy.
I'm Jose.
And I'm Joshua.
And today we are going to be reacting to episode 5 of Percy Jackson and the Olympians. Today's episode is called God Buys Us Cheeseburgers.
That sounds like a nice one.
Every episode name has been quite hilarious and it's got a lot of personality to it. So anyway, we're ready to jump on in. We're excited you guys have joined us today. Thank you for joining us. If you guys are watching this on YouTube, you guys are watching an edited version of our reaction. If you want to have access to our full uncut watch along to this episode and to any future episodes that we do to Percy Jackson and the Olympians, any future reactions, you guys can have access to those uncut watch-alongs by becoming a member of this channel by either clicking the link in the description or this card up above to have access to our Patreon, or by clicking that join icon next to the subscribe button. So you have two ways to become MaJeliv members today and support what we do here. But like I said, regardless, you guys being here today means a lot to us. We're ready to jump on in. So let's jump on in to Percy Jackson and the Olympians, episode 5. Here we go. Oh my gosh.
Was something watching him from over there? Is that where he landed?
Yeah. Oh.
It's always ladies.
Oh, the sisters.
Yeah, the fates. You see how they cut the string?
Thing is tall. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
That is quite the monument.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hi.
He seems better.
Look, I'm sorry about shoving you in the stairwell.
She's gonna smack him.
He's gonna hug him. Or maybe she'll slap him.
Time.
Oh, there you go.
Aww.
Awesome.
No.
Now she's gonna smack him.
No. I don't think there'll be any smacking.
We're walking.
We're
Yep.
walking.
Gotta walk.
Hey guys, I think this quest might be harder than we thought. It doesn't have to be a thing, you know? They hug me. It seems like a thing friends do. At least I think they do.
I saw the fates.
When you see a string cut,
It means one of us is going to die.
we're all gonna die. Eventually.
Soon.
I can choose to do anything I want.
Uh-oh.
Need some help?
Nope. No, we're good.
It's a great shot.
Appreciate you asking though, so long.
I love that.
We don't want anything from
That's a great bite.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that is a cool bike.
Give me a second. I'm just starting to fight on Twitter here.
A kid that messed up, what wouldn't he do?
What?
Wild, right?
We really love that car so much.
So stepdad is blaming Percy for...
Whether the bolt's retrieved or not, Zeus is going to war with Poseidon.
Huh.
Olympians fight. We betray. We backstab. We will push anyone down a flight of stairs to get ahead. And that's why I love my family so much. So we're gonna have a war. Isn't that great?
I know what I'm doing. Go, get the shield. I'll be here when you get back.
Oh man.
He's got such a gentle
Presents.
presence, and yeah, it's so great.
It's not a place you want to be at night.
That theme park?
Huh.
Waterland.
Waterland.
Must be a god. Oh.
Hephaestus.
Why would Hephaestus build an amusement park?
Maybe he finds them amusing?
The machine isn't designed to hurt us. It's meant to scare us. It's a test.
Oh, okay.
I'm 24.
Good for you.
Nature is brutal. Red in tooth and claw, right? Maybe. I respect it.
So what are you, like a casual World War II buff? You've seen Saving and Private Ryan, have you?
335 years war. Your deep cuts.
Cool. I like
Wow,
this.
Hardly anyone died. No one talks about those anymore.
Huh.
They should.
So tell me where we met again.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Elder was weaving the web. Very nice. Getting him on your side.
This family is a mess.
Oh, that is...
No.
Thrill ride or love.
Love.
It's creepy.
Romantic.
Oh.
Scary. What the heck? That's not fun. I mean, I guess it could be. did say that. Oh, I guess that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Whoa.
Oh, I like this. Animation.
Whoa.
Oh.
He said this is what the gods are like to each other. This is the kind of family they are.
Wow.
Oh, there's that throwback part.
Oh gosh.
Oh, this is great.
Jeez Louise, man.
There it is.
There it is.
Oh.
Oh, the shield.
Yeah.
You gotta get off.
Get
Get
out.
off, get off, get off.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Can
can't
she
you
not
s-
swim?
I know.
Oh, the water's probably pulling them in different directions.
Oh, what?
Oh.
Commercials.
Did you just? I don't know. Maybe figuring this out as I go.
It's so cool, man.
The question is, how do you get up?
How are we supposed to get that thing down?
Good question.
Oh.
Was she always like that? Athena. Always making things more complicated than they need to be so people will think she's smarter than you.
Thank you. I can't be the only one who sees it, right?
No, not at all.
It's like people only see what they want to see and ignore anything at all that doesn't fit the story they like to tell themselves.
Exactly. Like you being the one to find the lightning thief and not her.
Oh.
Which is kind of all that matters, right?
Shut up.
Checkmate. Got him.
Believe me, I wish there was another way this quest succeeds. I just don't see it.
So one of them has to sit.
Music.
Now he surrenders it.
I was gonna say when this quest is done, can you maybe swing back here and try to get me out of this thing?
You think you had to ask?
Just making sure. Warm.
It's warm.
Whoa. Oh, snap.
I'm okay. I'm.
Dang, dude.
Huh.
Whoa.
Eat or be eaten. Power and glory and nothing else matters. Ares is that way. Zeus is that way. My mother is that way. He isn't that way. He's better than that.
Do you remember this in the books? I don't remember this.
Oh.
Oh, snap. Okay.
Man.
But really good.
Walk into a restaurant with that thing.
Can anyone see it?
That's true, actually.
Yeah, no,
But
probably
it's just
just
like a
looks like a
backpack.
backpack, yeah.
There's a statement. And they both came back. Kindness International.
You're kidding.
I'd wish you luck, but what good would it do you?
So warm.
You think you know who I am, but you don't. And if you aren't careful, you're gonna find out.
Thank you for the emotional abuse and the cheeseburgers and the ride. We're gonna take you up on that too.
Oh, man.
I know who stole the Master Bowl.
Whoa.
Don't you give me credits. Ah!
Yeah, no, naturally.
Come on!
Man.
I remember
Generation.
when I used to learn about the gods in high school or whatever. There was always this like shock factor about how these gods like behaved, like the like eating their children and then making them spit them out, and then like I would always be like, really, like these were the gods that people like
Praised.
praised and all these things, and you know, to see that there's like kids more, you know, like us, our frame of mind thinking about like, I don't want to be like them, I want to be better. I love that parallel that this show is bringing to light, because it's not just accepting the gods for who they are, but like challenging them and expecting better from them
Right.
because they're gods.
Yeah.
And I love that.
And then also we kind of see a slight change of heart in them as well, you know, because of their children. And so you have that effect of how they can evolve because of their relationship with their children. And it does take a kid like Percy, a different kid, to start set that change into motion, for sure.
And the hope that the youth gives to the world, because a lot of times through youth, the youth can make a big difference in changing the path of the future. I know even in our home, like, our 3 kids have changed us for the better.
Absolutely.
And I know that they're going to live much better lives than we did at their age, just because, you know, of that the way that we can make future generations better. And, you know, by the way choices we make, the way we behave, the things that we do.
Right.
So, yeah, I love that message for the youth in this show and for the kids watching, because it is made for younger audiences, I think. So the fact that kids have this show to see and look to, like, even in the reality of, you know, society, like, a lot of kids are brought up in homes where their parents may not be at their best, you know, who have flaws like these gods do. In a more human way, but
I found it fascinating too how Ares was enjoying his time on Twitter, because it's so much chaos and the conflict and drama and war. How it's crazy too how even that aspect of social media and just sides that just divide people so much. And I love that conversation that Grover had with him about, you know, he appreciates the ones that the surrenders were quicker. Where it didn't take so many casualties for the war to be over. It's like, why is there were so many great messages in here. I loved it. It was just promoting, like, more mercy, more peace to each other, more just good moral virtues of life. I really loved it. It was really awesome.
Very impactful themes. I agree. And the best part is that they're themes and messages that we're getting through character development, character revelation. You know, and just seeing Percy sit on this throne reminded me of Loki. You know, and that sense of sacrifice and what, you know, understanding there's a greater reason to sacrifice yourself, because something that will benefit the people you love will happen, and to be able to do that but that's very much who Percy is, you know. And we see that from the very beginning when he shoves this little bully in the fountain when she keeps picking on Grover and him. So it's intuitive to the age, but it's also speaking to all humanity. So I love it. I love it. There's a slight call to action, which I always appreciate.
And building those relationships, right? And the trust that they have in each other. And clearly the way that Annabeth and Percy grew closer will be a strength as they move forward. And clearly the things that Grover's learned will help them as well. And it's great. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, there's starting to be, like, these emotional moments already of attachment to these characters. And even the emotion and chemistry between them is so profound, and the actors are they're great.
They are so good.
They're wonderful.
Sure.
So impressed by them, encouraged by them, inspired by them. And what about the genius of Grover, Josh? Why did you think he handled Mr. Aries?
No, I mean, it's the way that he did that is super fascinating. I think part of me is wondering if this actually, like, it's been a long time since we've read the book, so I'm curious if I don't remember moments like this in the book.
I don't remember the statue in gold part, but
I wonder if they're underlying a different, like, new element to it, and maybe spreading it out a little more, like kind of massaging the dough and pulling it out a little more. Right. Instead of just going straight for, like, the big epic fights and battles. I think we're really establishing these characters first and getting to know, like, the different gods that we haven't met yet, and the whole storyline and the history of different gods and different evils first. I mean, I'm hoping because I'm sure we'll get to the stuff you guys read in the books.
And what's cool about, I mean, Ares is definitely in the books, but what's cool about what they're doing with this is, you know, in the books, you're very much in Percy's perspective. You don't really ever leave it until you read some of the other books where they switch perspectives. So that scene with Grover and Ares was a very new look and angle on on the characters, and is a scene that we probably wouldn't have seen in the book because of that very reason, because Percy wasn't there, because he was with Annabeth. So
do you think that's the difference, that because the books are in Percy's perspective, now to make it a show, they're trying to make it more like where we could see everything happening, not just his perspective?
No, I mean, I think they add more things to fill in the time, because oftentimes in the book there's a lot of I would say this is a slower book. Like, there's a lot that just kind of doesn't happen. A lot of traveling, a lot of little moments, and so I think they fill these things with a lot more stuff and a lot more going on each episode. And even the casino in the next episode isn't a casino. It's just a hotel on the side of the road that nobody goes to. So they're kind of going the casino route, which is a little bit more exciting, a little bit more eventful.
It's kind of what they did in the movie, yeah.
Kind of like what they did in the movie. So it's definitely curious, and but to answer your question, Dad, I think the way that I loved seeing that part of Grover, and the way that he was very calm in comparison to this god of war, and his ability to be just calm and very clever just really worked out. So
definitely. And Love, you asked a good question, because I do think it works for a series to expand beyond Percy's perspective, because it's also we're seeing how he's affecting both of these characters. Grover's getting a chance at redemption, if you will. He's lost some demigods in the past, and now he's really focused and very calm and clever, as Josh is saying. So that's very impressive. And then to see Annabeth become more of an empath and not just driven for the next success and next moment of glory, and to start seeing Percy as a friend, maybe more.
And they were definitely playing
go
at
through
that
the thrill o' love and survived. And his sacrifice really moved her, and it moved Hephaestus. Hephaestus?
Hephaestus.
And so you already see the ripples of effect that the character of Percy's having, and so his perspective expanding beyond that is, I think, a genius move in the writing of this thing. It's just so well done all around. I have nothing but great, and the cinematography too, like the shot with Ares on his bike and the three kids' eyes just barely over.
That was a cool shot.
Really, really wonderful.
Yeah,
it's just really well painted on the frame.
And I love how they're very human, like these gods we're meeting. Like they're like our neighbor Frank could be, like you never know. Like the guy.
What god is good at tinkering? That would be who our neighbor is.
Right, like you just it's almost like they're emerging. Like, what is it? Immersing us into almost like the God world in the real world, and taking us to places we've seen and that we know of, that you've been even.
Right.
So cool. So like you walk in our world and you go to the store or whatever, and you're almost like feeling like, what if, this person walking next to me is, an evil monster, or, I don't know. It would be so great to be a kid and be watching this.
Yes. Imagination goes wild. I love it. And how about the use of animation in that tunnel? That was
really cool. Very cool. They told us a whole story without having to really say it.
It kind of reminded me of the Deathly Hallows moment.
With the tale of three brothers and all that. Yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, great episode.
I loved it.
We shall see how the next episode
keeps getting better.
Keeps building. Yeah, we have 3 more episodes left. So, it's very, very interesting and exciting to see where they go with this. And how they're going to lead into the finale of the show. So thank you guys for joining us today. I hope you guys enjoyed our reaction. We definitely want to hear your thoughts down below in the comments as to what you thought of this episode, what you think of these characters, how you're feeling about the show so far. If you weren't liking it and now you're starting to like it, or maybe vice versa, maybe you started liking it and now you're like, you feel a little meh, or maybe you've been enjoying it all the way through. So you definitely just want to hear what you guys have to say and how big of fans you are of Percy Jackson. So just meet us in the comments, and we'll meet you guys down there. And remember, if you guys want to have access to our uncut watch-alongs that we do here to these episodes and to any future reactions that we do here on this channel, you guys can have access to those by becoming a member of MaJeliv, of either clicking the link in the description or this card up above to have access to our Patreon, or by clicking that join icon next to the subscribe button. So you have 2 ways to become members of this channel, either on Patreon or YouTube, if that's something you're interested in. But regardless, you being here today means a lot to us. So you guys go out there, spread your light, and have a MaJeliv day. We'll see you guys in the next MaJeliv video. Bye.